Welcome to FPSMP. Today I have for you guys some more Black Ops 3 beta gameplay, playing some search and destroy on the map Evac. And right here I'm going to do the mid rush because the mid rush is the best rush, and no one really seems to be able to either know that you're rushing mid or they just can't stop you. It's very, very good. I did come on in round 3 and I do see that the enemies had a care package, so I pretty much rushed right in their spawn and took them out when they picked it up. Now, I definitely enjoy Search and Destroy and will be playing tons and tons of it when the game does come out because a lot of the perks are great for Search and Destroy, even the Specialist. So on this class, I am using the Kuda, which is the first submachine gun that you can unlock in the game. I have the Reflex sight on it, I have the Quickdraw, and I believe it's called Surpressor or the Silencer. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but that's what I got on it. I did later switch that out for, instead of having Reflex and Quickdraw, I put on Fast Mags and Silencer or Suppressor. I think it's Suppressor. I'm just going to keep saying Suppressor. But definitely a great gun. It's also the first SMG, like I said, so it's just good to just start playing with that, kill everyone with it, and it's a good gun to use. As for my perks, I am using 6th Sense, which allows me to see enemies nearby. It did happen earlier. It's just really good for search. I haven't really used it. It hasn't really happened too much, I should say, but there is times where it has, and it's just gotten me to like, oh snap, enemies rushing me or something like that. The fact that I'm rushing in their spawn though is definitely useful because then when I'm in their spawn, I can kind of see if an enemy is nearby. My second perk is going to be Tracker, which is probably the best perk to use in Search and Destroy. It allows me to see the enemy footprints, and honestly, I don't even think there's a way for the enemy to not be able to let me see their footprints. I mean, there is a perk that kind of negates it, but it doesn't negate it perfectly. I think it just narrows how many steps I actually see. So I think they're always going to be able to see their footprints if you have Tracker on. So definitely run the Tracker. It saves me. It lets me know where the enemies are, especially the fact, and here I end up dying, especially the fact that and you can see kind of footprints in the water. Definitely the fact that I rushed into their spawn. I mean, it just allows me to see the enemies. I'm like, I'm already in their spawn or close to outside their spawn, and it's going to allow me to see if, hey, there's actually already enemies here. I see the footprints, then I just have to follow them. So it's definitely a great perk for that. And then my third perk is definitely going to be Gung-Ho. I'm using an SMG, I'm rushing into the enemy spawn. I need to be able to shoot while running because, well, I don't aim, usually, unless it's about a distance. So definitely Gung-Ho is my third favorite perk. The only thing I would kind of change in is I probably would sacrifice something, go with a Perk 3 Greed or whatever the wild card is called, and then with that, and here, right here, footprints, I'm like, oh snap, and then I saw that guy, and then I'm like, okay, well, the other guy ran that way, so I'm just going to run here, saw that guy. As you can see, the 6th Sense, like, hey, he's behind you, so I'm like, oh snap, did a little jump, and as you can see, those perks combined as well with even Gung-Ho is just, I definitely was able to dominate that. I do see a guy who was over here, ended up jumping off the map, so I actually think 6th Sense works more than I guess I've noticed. So definitely great perk until people start using the perk that counters it, but definitely going to be the great perk. And then Gung-Ho, like I said, but I was also saying Perk 3 Greed, I think that's what it's called, I could be wrong, but I'll definitely use that to probably get dead silence because you are super loud with footprints in this game, just because you can actually sound whore again in this game. So I mean, you're gonna need the dead silencer. I mean, I've rushed into people's spawns and then I'm like, how did he know I was there? And then I listened to the kill cam and you could hear me a mile away. So again, I'm still doing the mid rush in this game, and definitely, I mean, it's good. I did find another trick, which I believe, and here I actually saw the guy's footprints before I even saw him. So definitely, it's just I can't say how awesome Tracker is. It really is very awesome. This guy is laying down. But I am about to get my Specialist, which is another great thing about this class. It's the Nomad. The Nomad has a thing called H.I.V.E, which pretty much just shoots out beehives. And honestly, it's so OP. And as long as my teammate plants a bomb, I'm gonna just shoot them all over the place. As you can see, I get a lot of them. I just shoot them down. And the fact that you're playing Search and Destroy is they usually last the whole search round. So I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna just wait. My bees are gonna get the kills for me. So it's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, I might go back a little bit. Nope. You know what? I'm just going to wait it out. I'm going to let the enemies rush into my beehives. I do get a kill right there. And then in just a few more moments, I get the other kill, which, seriously, super OP. I don't know if you can actually shoot the beehives and avoid them, but I know, at least in the beta, no one is looking for a little thing on the ground. And as you can see their footprints there as well, which, like I said, definitely just a great perk lineup. And then the only other thing would be perk third degree with a dead silence and Gung-Ho, I think would just be super awesome. So this is the last round. I also do have the concussion grenades, which are, you know, great, and then I do have landmines. I didn't really use them much in this gameplay, but just look, like, this rush is so good, you can see so much. So I threw a concussion grenade. I'm like, all right, the enemies are beside me. That guy actually jumped through that little area and went behind. You could actually see his footprints if you kind of slowed the video, which I'm not going to, but seriously, guys, those perks are just killer for search and destroy, especially the H.I.V.E. You don't really seem to get it much, which kind of sucks. Here I'm waiting for my care package, but super excited for search and destroy on Black Ops 3. Definitely going to be playing tons and tons of it. And I do see the footprint, or I did see the footprints. I thought the guy maybe ran away, but he was just camping out and got me with the knife. Knife's kind of OP if you actually have the knife, but I'm okay with that because I guarantee that guy probably dies a lot. But in search, it just seems very close quarters. They kind of just wait out, and I die all the time by the knife first. But the gameplay is pretty much going to come to an end. This guy shooting at him gets killed by the car. So I kind of came in, changed the whole game for my team because it did look like they were about to lose. Ended up killing myself a few times, but definitely going to be bringing you guys more gameplay, and I do have a few more search and destroy games or clips or stuff like that, so you'll definitely see those as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, click the like button. You can check out the class, links in the actually my class setup is in the description. Super excited for Black Ops 3. I miss it a lot. And also, guys, I do have my YouTube channel URL now, youtube.com/FPSMP. So thank you for that. I won 11-3, and I'll see you guys in the next video.